Welcome back to On the Couch. I'm Maria Brasco.
And I'm Benny Pinella.
They are both inspirational on and off the field.
Since 2009, the Rowan University football team has held the Be the Match registry as part of the National Bone Marrow Donor Program. Here to talk about the event and see if we are the perfect match is head football coach Jay Accorsi and wide receiver Rutch Fortune. Guys, thank you so much for being on the show today.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Thanks for having us.
So let's talk about the event. You know, it's been 6 years. You know, how did the football and bone marrow come together?
Yeah, it was a combination. We had two alums pass away of blood disorders, which is what the Bone Marrow Registry tries to deal with. And I just thought it was fitting that we do something in the spring, a little bit more detailed when the guys have a little bit more time than in the fall. We do a lot of community service activities, but I wanted a really big one that would touch home, that we could kind of really get the campus community involved in with our guys. So it's worked out really well.
And Russ, how inspiring and awesome is it to be a player, from a player's perspective, to be involved with an event like this?
It's definitely very important to me. I was making sure I'm definitely a part of it, and just to do selfless acts to help other people out, because you never know like how bad somebody else has it. So I feel like it's important for us to go out our way to try to get as much people to donate and see if they're a match.
And last year we had 493 people sign up. This year we're trying to go for 550. Russ, what are you going to do to get people to donate or to try out and see if they're a match?
Well, as soon as they come up them steps in the student center, we're going to hit them with a smile. Hopefully that's enough.
Hopefully that's enough. And so the whole football team is going to be there. It's going to be in the pit. What are some of the things we can expect to see on that Wednesday?
Yeah, we'll see. All the players will be there between 9 and 4 all day long. The guys are going to go out a week or 2 weeks beforehand to try to get people interested in it and get them to actually sign up to commit for that day that it comes. They're going to talk about it in their classrooms, with their professors, with fellow students, and then that day they'll be in their game jerseys, walk around the student center trying to muscle their way around to get people involved in the event.
I remember being a freshman and signing up for in the registry and walking up and seeing the big linebacker. I don't know what his name was, but he came out and was, very low, monotone. Hey, you want to sign up? And I was like, yeah, please, I'll do anything. But take us through the process of what you do.
Yeah, it's very easy. I mean, it only takes about 10 or 15 minutes. You fill out a few health questions and then go through kind of some of the scenarios if you were to be a match. You seriously have to think about doing it because, again, if you get selected to hopefully save somebody's life, you can't just say, well, no, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
You don't want to give any false hope. It takes about 15 minutes. You take an old cotton swab type thing, you swab it in your mouth. There's no needles. There isn't any blood. Believe me, I'm the biggest one afraid of those things. So nothing will occur that day.
You and me both.
Yep. And they'll just basically swab it, put it in a pack, and then it gets sent off to the registry. And then they work it with the different things they have to do to get you into the registry to hopefully maybe save somebody's life.
Now, a couple of years ago, there was a player that was a match, and we talked about the story before. Matt Hoffman, he was a big defensive lineman, a stud for the team. He was a match, and it was during the season. Talk about that story a little bit.
Yeah, he was identified as a match. He ended up passing on the last game of his senior or junior year, where he would have broken a lot of records. And again, I tried to Matt, do you want to wait? Maybe. And he was like, no, coach, I want to do this. A year later, his senior year, he finishes. He's up for a lot of awards. We're down in Virginia for basically, it's like the Division III Heisman. Matt's up for it, and lo and behold, they worked it out that Warren Salek, the 52-year-old man that had the issue that he donated, met Matt there with his son and his wife. And it was just awesome, an awesome experience. It made national news. It was on national TV, but it was just a great experience. And Matt just, he stepped up and did what our guys do.
Yeah, put Rowan football on the map as well. That's a big moment, and that's why, from a player's perspective, it's got to be very important to you, because this is such a big moment for the football team.
Definitely it is. It's inspiring. One thing, to see that he foregoed his last game of his junior year, that just shows the importance and how he put somebody ahead of him to save a life. So I'm inspired, and I do the same thing.
It's such a selfless act to do. And we talked about this before, that even if it just saves one life, it's worth it.
Yeah, you're exactly correct. And we've all been touched with people that have battled with cancer and have lost the battle. We've all been faced with that. Here's a chance where you can actually help somebody that's facing a life-threatening disease like that, and with a simple blood donation, save their life. So you're exactly correct. If it's worth just one life, then it's definitely worth it.
And you like to do this in the spring because if it's off season, correct? Like, so this is something that you guys can do, and it brings camaraderie to the team and something you guys can build on and look forward to the next season, but it also gives such a great cause for you guys.
Yeah, and awareness so that the college students know. It just doesn't happen to old guys like me. It happens to young people as well. And there have been stories that I've told the players about, high school students getting ready to go to college, and all of a sudden they're faced with a life-threatening disease like this, and they've had to forego college. So it happens to young people as well. So we want to get that word out, and let them know, listen, here's your chance to possibly save somebody's life. What greater sacrifice could you give?
Yeah, it's truly an awesome thing to do, and a great way for the football team to get back to the community as well.
Yes. And it'll be at the Pit on Wednesday, April 23rd,
Yes.
correct? From 9 to 4.
9 to 4.
Anybody can sign up, and all it takes is 15 minutes.
Yep, that's it.
There's no
Now,
excuses.
if a student can't make it to the event that day, and it's all day, 9 to 4, is there ways the student can sign up before or after?
Yeah, on the athletic website, if you go to www.rowan.edu, go into athletics, you'll see even before and even after the National Bone Marrow Registry link. So you could link right to it and go ahead and do something afterwards, sign up beforehand, and find out a little bit more about it too. Because again, it's not just to people to be put into the registry. There are people that check it every day to find someone that hopefully can save their life. So the little icon will be right on our website, and you'll be able to get all the information.
And you touched on this very briefly, but I didn't know that if you sign up, like this is very serious, so you can't back out once you sign up, correct?
Yeah, I mean, because somebody's looking at it and could be a possible match, and all of a sudden you get your hopes up that you could get your life saved by somebody, and then all of a sudden they decide to change their mind. You don't want to do that.
So this is not the type of thing, it's like you don't want just anybody to sign up. You want to be serious, you want to have your heart in this.
And that's one of the things that we have the guys explain that day is, listen, you're making a commitment, and we make a lot of commitments in life. You're making a commitment to maybe save somebody's life. You can't back out if you decide to do this. You obviously could if you wanted, but you don't want to go that far. I mean, you want to make a commitment to maybe save it. And you never know if you're maybe someday in a need to be in the registry.
Gotta believe in karma.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
You got to believe in karma. And of course, Rowan students, this is a great event. This is an opportunity for you to save a life. You don't know how powerful a life is until you don't have it anymore. It's just such a great event. Coach Russ, thank you so much for being on the show today. Once again, Rowan students, April 23rd, 9 to 4 in the Student Center. Be sure to go out and sign up.
We will see you next week.